All right, hi and welcome. This will be for the Fire Environment Working Group, the steps to take and make an ODF database in Fire Family Plus with our host, Dennis Borelli.
Thank you, Matt. So, the purpose of making this database is so we can do some fire business analysis associating our fires with fire weather and look for some fire business thresholds. So in creating the database, we need fires and we need weather, and so we're going to start by bringing in fire weather. And so what we want to do first is go find the station catalog for the weather station or stations we want to bring in. So we're going to go to the FEWG page and go into KC Fast, weather, station catalog, station information. There's various ways to find out what your station ID is, and there's a lot of RAW sites where it gives you the station ID numbers. We've already determined that the station we are looking for is Tumalo Ridge, so it's 352621. So we want to bring that in by a single station. We want to send it to the FTP site. We don't want an email, and we'll just hit the submit button, batch out site, and we'll click on that to go get the information that we wanted. Now this will take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending how busy the site is earlier. If you're looking for a station catalog, it's going to have this WLST, it's weather station, inventory information, whatever. It has those numbers. If you were looking for weather obs, it would say weather obs. So there's our station catalog. We're going to right click and we're going to save it somewhere. And you'll want to save it somewhere where you know to find it on your hard drive. And just hit save. We're going to go into Fire Family Plus. And we're going to create a new database. Again, you'll put this new database wherever you want on your computer. We'll call ours Tumalo after the weather station. You can call it whatever you want. Sometimes you're bringing in several weather stations. You might want to call your unit name or district name or whatever. Call it Tumalo, save it to where you want on your computer. The ODF Clean Weather is on a link from the Fire Environment Working Group page. It's best to download that weather onto your hard drive first, and I've already done that on mine. So we're going to bring in that clean weather, but first we're going to close out of our Tumalo database, and we're going to go open that clean weather database. And so find where you put that on your computer. We're going to open it up. You want to make sure you've got your working set for the years of weather that you want to bring in. We're going to bring in all the years of weather that there is data for Tumalo Ridge, 2006 to 2014. We want our analysis period to be 1 day. We could have the whole year there. We're going to do analysis just on the fire season and the meteorologists only clean weather for the period from May through October, but we'll keep it the whole year to make sure we're bringing in everything. Gonna go to weather, view observations all, and we just give a quick look, and that's the first date of weather that we wanted to bring in, and we'll go to the end, and that's the last date. So let's give a quick look through, and it looks like the weather's there. We're going to export these weather obs, and it's important that we change this to 2000 and compliant, whether it's FW9, FW13, we want to check that. That's not the default, so we need to make sure we change that. And hit OK. Always look at your error message and make sure it says export complete, it was written to it. Sometimes you'll get an error message, and so just don't go on, make sure you're easy. Okay, so now we've got weather on our computer, and now we want to get it into our database. So we're going to go data, import, new FW9 file. We'll go to what we named that weather, and we'll open, and it said import it, 0 errors complete, so it looks like we should be okay there. You'll notice now that Tumalo Ridge station catalog is there, and weather, we can look at our view obs again and see that that weather that used to be in the clean weather now has been imported into our new database. So we now have our weather that we need into our database. So now we need to bring in fires. So to bring into fires, we're going to go to the Protection Fire Environment site. We'll go down to Fire Danger Technical Specialist, Fire Family Plus download site, and we need to select the unit, and what we're doing this for is the sisters unit. The one that's out of alphabetical order. And bring in whatever years you want to bring in. Say, for the purpose of this, let's bring in everything from 1980 through 2014. Even though our weather's for less, we can still look at a longer fire history if we want. Hit submit, and it'll give you a bunch of fires. Okay. You can see now what the district and unit numbers are, and that's how we're going to need to bring them into Fire Family Plus. Open that up. And you can give a quick look through if you want. See if there's any errors. And just a quick look, you can see that this one's going to get rejected because it doesn't have a full date there, so you know that one's going to be an error, but you can look through, and if you know what the corrections are, you can make the corrections. So we're going to save this to whatever you want to call it, Sisters 1980 to 2014. Keep it as a CSV file, put it somewhere. But before we can bring those fires in, since we're having a new database here, we have to bring it into an agency. And if we go to data import and we go to agency, you see it will import into DOI agencies and USFS. What we need to do is create an ODF agency. So we go to Data, Agency, and we want New, and we'll call it ODF. And we need to have regions. For us, it's going to be a district. So we highlight ODF, we click on Regions, New, and what we're making this for is code for COD is 95, and its name is COD. And the district has units, so we're going to hit the region, and we're going to say unit, new, and from our fires import we know that sisters is 5. And now we have an ODF agency. So now we can import our fires. We'll go to data, import, agency. Now ODF is there. It's a generic import. We go to the fires, that file that we want to bring in. Say open, and then we bring in the fields we want to bring in, and you need to bring in the ones with asterisks, but of course we're also going to want to bring in unit ID because we're basing ours on units. And we want to bring them in this order. And we definitely want fire name. For field delimiter, we want to keep it at comma. For date format, we want to pick that last one. For time hour, time format, we want to pick that last one. We want to override duplicates and just hit import. And it says import complete. 3 errors are encountered. When you get some errors, it's good to view that log, because once you say close, you'll never see this again. So you can come in here and view, and it'll say which ones have some errors. The last one is going to be because there's the blank line in the end, but you can see there's 2 that have invalid dates. One we had looked at previously, so we knew that was going to come out as a reject. Close. And now we should have fires in our database. What we need to do though is associate those fires to the weather station we want. So we'll go to ODF, sisters, and okay. Now, since we had this weather station up there, those fires will be associated with the Tumalo Ridge weather station. And at this point, you're basically ready to do fire business analysis.